anyone knows. Oh, would you ever say?
Hi, welcome to my pilot episode. It is a simple format, word of the day. I'm sure you've seen these on YouTube. A great word to start this series, birth. Birth conceptually is a beginning word. What I will be doing here is referring to Google for a Google definition, and then I'm going to share a definition that I would give for the word. And I'm going out to Hollywood Boulevard to see if I can't find some people on the street who actually know the definition of this word. Google has the word birth defined as the emergence of a baby or some other young from its mother. Defines it also as the start of life of a physically different being. And finally, the word birth is defined as the beginning or coming into existence of something. It is this third definition that resonates to me the most. Birth to me means a fresh start. Like the people who say they are born again, how can they actually achieve this unless they literally believe that what it is that they are starting is from fresh? Therefore, by definition, if you are willing to change at least one aspect of your behavior into something different from what it already is, then essentially you can be born again 1,000 times over. I don't think the positive output of a birth is all that relevant. Bad people are born. It's documented that many of our psychopaths show their tendencies at a young age. My point is that because something is born doesn't necessarily mean that it is good. Personally, I think too many people associate a positive connotation with the concept of birth. Who discourages birth? The concept is unheard of. True, there is some deviation, for example, in the case of an unwanted pregnancy. Those are always small deviations from the norm. Now, it is 2018. Birth is not bad, but poverty is at an all-time high. And energy consumption isn't throttling back anytime soon, and food resources are starting to become more scarce. So how do we reconcile this proactive breeding policy with a limited and depleting supply of resources and food? I will answer this question and many more in the coming episodes. I don't want to change the world, but I do want to change some minds. The answer is, we don't. There is no reconciliation, and our world leaders know it. It is the main reason we can't achieve global peace. There has to be some sacrifice for the preservation of mankind. In the Dark Ages, we used to sacrifice people in the name of our gods. But isn't it more logical to suggest that a man just told other men to sacrifice yet someone else for maybe lack of a better idea? Isn't it more logical to suggest that if you're hungry and there are too many mouths to feed, what's the quickest solution? Kill a mouth. Why do you think we have the old saying, just another mouth to feed? That concept is as old as Noah's Ark. Food and hunger is a bigger motivator than sex. Civilization has been built on the concept of feeding the people, from feeding the king to feeding the masses. When we were villagers, we bred to make more people for the village. More workers for the fields, more soldiers for the militia, more nobles for the legacy. Problem was, the workers and the soldiers always outnumbered the nobles. Consequently, nobles were bred out of existence. Truth is, birth, like all concepts, is only as good as the ones applying the concept. In 1776, the birth of democracy here in America seemed like a positive thing. Now look what democracy brought us. And look what he gave birth to. Need I say more? So we're out on Hollywood Boulevard, and I thought I would take my query to the streets, try to figure out what the word birth means to other people. So I've got here Chris. I mean, you say your name is Chris?
Yeah, Chris.
Cool, cool. Chris, can you tell me what the word birth means?
Birth. I would have to say probably a new beginning in many different ways.
What's the word birth mean?
Well, I mean a couple of things.
Sure. I mean, physical birth, like human life or animal. What is birth? Alright, baby, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you give the people a shout out? What's your social media?
I like to think so. Started a new YouTube channel called Sketch Go. Sketch K-O. Try it out.
Try it out. Just give me the definition. First thing that comes to your head, the first word is birth.
Birth. Oy vey. That's what comes to my head. Like too much of it. Need to scale back on that a little bit, in my opinion.
What is birth?
Birth. Sex.
So clearly his mind is in her head, so
Yeah. Birth. I think it's perfect. Like, it's trying out, right?
like or you growing up, you can't use the word in the definition. That's the one rule.
Like throwing up.
Throwing up. Okay, like throwing up. Okay.
Let me hold yours. What would you ever say? This is a